What I'm about to say and what's about to come out of my mouth could get me arrested. That's how bad it is. Amorim schools Man United. This brother's a joke. Did you see his starting interview? The clips that they've got of this guy, even at AC Milan. Never mind. Forget Manchester United. Forget all the horrid interviews about suffer. We must suffer. I bet Man United fans were sick of that. They were going there today to slap Amorim. All the United fans were waiting and watching for him to get whacked. And low-key, I had to play on the game, so I'm annoyed at Man United because I was a Man United supporter. I'm not a Man United supporter. I support Liverpool. But I wanted to win this game, and I expected Amorim to get schooled, and they let me down. What are they doing? They were 2-1 up, and they end up losing 4-1, 4-2. Bro, it might as well have been 4-1. Goncalo Ramos, a player that I have praised highly. I don't know why PSG let him go. He's an actual stone cold finisher. He can head the ball unlike Dembele, and he's a missing piece for PSG now because they don't have that. They can't resort to that. And players like that win championships. Giroud won France the World Cup even though he didn't score a goal, because players like that need to be marked by centre-backs and they occupy space. He's such a good player. I cannot believe PSG have not kept him. With him, I believe they do the three-peat for the Champions League, but without him, hell nah. Dembele can't do what Goncalo can do. Goncalo's fitter, he's stronger, he's more powerful. Dembele's better on the ball. But Goncalo looks for the back post, always has an eye for goal. This is where Portugal messed up. They could have gone further into the World Cup with the likes of a Goncalo. But they haven't gone down that route, which isn't smart at all. And he's actually made Amorim look good today. Good players can make decent, average, okay, semi-bad managers look good because they save you. And I know this is only pre-season, so it's nothing to worry about at the moment for United. But Manchester United will be worried because that is the game they finish on before they start in the Premier League. And they did make a lot of changes, but Kobe Mainoo looks like he's running through mud. That's not good. Luke Shaw cannot defend. He's running back. He's so slow. They need a left back. Harry Maguire, they keep praising Harry Maguire, telling me he'll get into the Liverpool team. Will he? Are you sure? Is he good enough on the ball? What's Lamons doing? Dogu left winger. Is he a proper left winger? You guys laugh at Cody Gakpo, but if you look at his numbers and his output and you can play him up top, Dogu. Ooh, do you want to have a chat about Mbumo? How's Mbumo? Bruno Fernandes missing penalties. Is he going to have the same season as he did last year when he's playing all them games, or is he going to struggle a bit more? Is he not going to be able to break the assists record? Is that going to matter? Don't get me wrong, Tielemans is very good, nice and flashy. He can pop the ball, he can ping the ball, he's got a very wide range of passing. But what happens when good midfielders are running at him? What happens when Bruno Guimaraes is running at him and Declan Rice? What's he going to do then? All well and good having Andre Santos, but do you have a physical presence in there? You've lost Casemiro, that's 10 league goals. And you were only playing one game a week. And he dictated play. He wasn't the quickest. But Tielemans ain't no Casemiro. The big Joshua Zirkzee. Big up Joshua Zirkzee, but what does he do? And I know he plays as a 9.5, but Man United fans, you have to get real with the programme. Although you may be the most stable team after Arsenal in this league, you are playing one game a week and you haven't signed enough players at all. You're playing Diogo Dalot is your captain. Diogo Dalot is your captain in pre-season. De Ligt, who I rate highly, he's actually a good centre-back. He's always injured. Harry Maguire's not a good centre-back. There's clips, there's montages of this guy getting smoked in the Premier League. So if you're going to sit low and play a low block, I understand that. That's fine. But if Harry Maguire is asked to play in a higher line, that is where he's going to struggle, because he's not as good on the ball as you make out he is, and he's incredibly slow. If Van Dijk made a mistake a few years ago, and he's pretty good on the ball, he could actually recover. Or he had Joe Gomez or Konate to cover his back. Or Robertson, an actual quick Robertson. What's Harry Maguire going to do if he loses the ball? It's over. Sesko, I do like him. He's a top player, athletic. But is he going to provide what you need? Is he going to get the numbers, or is he a little bit too young? We shall see. But Man United, that was a wake-up call. And Ruben Amorim, of all people, you must suffer, has made you suffer and think. To be fair, though, it's probably better for United to notice this now rather than in the league when the games are catching up to them, because a lot of business is probably needed for Manchester United. I'm not going to lie. Liverpool are in a horrid spot as well. But I'd say United are slightly better off. But what's third and fourth place? What's fourth and fifth place as long as you get in CL football? Chelsea this season are going to like it. And I know they won today, and that's not the reason why. It's because they're going to have one game a week to focus on the players that they've got who want to play for the club with the experience, who can just focus on one thing, challenging for that Premier League title. And don't get me wrong, I don't think they'll be in the race. I think it'll be Arsenal's to lose. But they have a fighting chance, especially compared to the others that are competing for that league title, because Enzo Maresca's lost his mind. He's linked to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto and Malo Gusto are not winning the Premier League. Hell nah. Hell nah.